My name is Ryan McCoy and I am open-minded. I was born in Ottawa and made my way to the prairie lands in Saskatchewan and then Manitoba. My childhood was really fun. Like I always had fun outside, always did everything. Like I feel like I had a really fun childhood. Well, I was came out as bisexual by way of Gay Town in grade 10. And then by grade 12, I was pretty gay. I came out as gay. So I had a couple years to warm up to it, and then it was just boys in grade 12. It wasn't too difficult being out in high school. There was myself and one other gentleman, and I think because I was very social and class clowny and not popular, but I was friends with basically everybody, it wasn't very hard. There was obviously a couple dicks, but nobody's perfect. I had a gay uncle on my mom's side, so it was a little bit easier to come out, but the actual process was more funny than anything, I guess. I had a gay friend, and we were just hanging out in the basement on very separate sides of the couch, and my mom was coming downstairs, and then she looked over the railing and was did a double take, even though we were very separated, and just walked upstairs. And then she was like, "Ryan, can you come upstairs, please?" So I went upstairs and she was like, "Why are you sitting so close beside Jared?" And I was like, we're sitting on opposite sides of the couch. And then she was like, "But he's gay." And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Are you gay?" And I was like, "No." And I turned around and started to walk down the stairs. And then I just turned around and I was like, "Actually, I am gay," and ran downstairs onto the couch. My dad was like, "Ooh, I told you so," but my mom was the one that was more freaking out. And now she's super into it, comes to drag shows, goes to the gay bar. She's very into it. Probably more than mama should be. I was always doing hair, that was a big interest, and then when I started bartending and just seeing the drag and all of that, I got very intrigued, and so it just kind of progressed from there. So 19 on, I guess it kind of just slowly progressed. I do it a lot less than I used to now, but I also took up makeup when I moved to Winnipeg almost 5 years ago, but it always has been there. That industry has always been there, but yeah, drag and makeup really started when I first was introduced to that at the gay bar when I was working. I think what honestly draws me to it is for me it's the fashion aspect. If I go into a store, I'm more wanting to go look at girls' clothes than boys' clothes because I find them a lot more interesting, and being able to completely change who you are as a person for just one night. You get to live somebody else's life for a night and dress however the fuck you want. People have almost an instant perception of you when you do drag, that you're a sassy bitch and you drink and party. So it is kind of, I feel harder for people to take you seriously if maybe you are a gay man that does drag, because they already have that first insight of what you are, and dating is just so horrible. It's bad because I feel gay men aren't necessarily attracted to other gay men that do drag, because I feel they almost feel they want to be a woman, or because they are doing something feminine, it takes away from the masculinity of being a gay man. But once I take those pantyhose off, you know it's there, you know? I guess everyone's different, but people, I feel always do have that opinion that oh, because they're dressing as a woman or performing like a woman, they probably want to be a woman, but I do not want to be a woman, thank you very much. I just enjoy being Victoria once in a while, but I like to keep all this to myself. I'm different, and I mean everybody's different in their own way, but it just that extra little bit of different. It makes me feel like I can really express myself, maybe more so because I feel so comfortable in my own skin, but I can express myself, basically do what I want, like make a statement. It's not like, you're like, as weird as it sounds, like a typical person. It's like a certain sense of like individuality. Like if I was somebody walking down the street and saw myself on the street, I would probably think like, that guy has style. And maybe a bit out there, and like I don't know, I don't really like give any fucks like really what people think. Like I don't put on like an outfit during the day and think like, oh, like what are people gonna think if I wear this? It's like, oh, like what do I think about wearing this? I don't really think about what other people are gonna think. But I would say like the outside world looking in, like stylish and fabulous and very comfortable in my own skin and confident. Yeah. I mean, yes, I've obviously dabbled in partying and that kind of stuff, and yeah, I do drag and I go to the bar, but I'm also like educated and I have a career and I'm professional and good at my job, and I'm not out every weekend doing shots, doing drugs, like partying, whatever. It's like I'll do that in time that I have if I have the time and want to, but at the same time there's also still like an actual human being that does daily things that he or she sitting across the table would do on a daily basis. And how can you judge if I want to go out to the bar once in a while and party, but like maybe you like to play board games and sit at home and drink tea? I don't know, it's just what people like to do. Somebody would probably be surprised that like I do have a career at like a young age, and I actually like travel and teach for a living. So based off maybe my aesthetics, like short shorts and a tank top and tattoos, that wouldn't be your first impression. You just, I feel like, gotta take the time to get to know somebody instead of just judging a book by its cover. I think that even just being in drag, and once you are in drag, it even just me personally, as weird as it sounds, like gives me more confidence, because it like you have to own it, and like I can own it. And not saying I don't have confidence like as a guy going out, but like just being in drag and like always being able to change your aesthetic or your look, and because I'm so passionate about like hair and makeup in that industry, to being able to change that every time and just not have like one set look. That's how I like to be, is always changing it up, because for me that's what makes me feel more confident, is that I know I can do something different every single time and really own it, basically. I think it also like makes me feel more comfortable being social, like because you know obviously people are gonna come up to you and talk to you. It's like you can't not be sociable, whereas if I'm gonna go out as a guy, I'm not really gonna have the opportunity to talk to strangers unless they talk to you first. But in drag, it's like, oh my god, drag queen. So it definitely like makes you come out of your shell and be a little bit more social and vulnerable at the same time. Definitely a lot of self-worth recently. So like you put in the work and you know your worth, so you don't let anybody undermine you and make you feel littler than you are, because if you're positive about what you're doing and you feel comfortable, nobody should be able to make you feel any less of yourself. So just go out there and kill him. I'm very open-minded and motivated to always like be a better version of myself than I was yesterday, and to always find the positivity in other people. And maybe we're not going to be BFFs, but everyone has positive sides to them, and I think it's important to look for that in people instead of just jumping to a typical like self-conclusion. It's just like to keep incentive to like always being different, and not necessarily like rebellious, like going dumpster diving and shit like that, but just always to be like a little bit different in my own rebellious way. My name's Ryan McCoy, and I am open-minded. My name's Oprah.